stream, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, my camera is not at a good angle, and I know you can't even see me anyway. I'm just kind of doing this in the dark. It just makes it easier, really. But I'm playing on my handpan. That's probably what you're wondering. Why the hell do I hear this sound? That is the handpan. Orientation is locked. Please rotate the device back. Oh my god, how annoying. Yeah, no, I turned the lights off. To be honest, I'm not wearing a shirt anyway, so I probably shouldn't turn the light on because YouTube doesn't like the human body. But right now, I'm literally just chilling out in my room, playing my handpan. I'm also with my dog. Her name is Frida. Say hi, Frida. Yeah, she's a little shy. Thank you. I appreciate it. So essentially, this handpan is a 12-note handpan, and it has 16 hit points. So a hit point being where I'm slamming my finger down onto the handpan, and there's this. It's in between the spaces of the circular notes. To be honest, I'm just gonna put a shirt on and I'll turn on the lights. I'll let you see what I'm doing. Whatever. Oh man. Honestly, I have not done a live stream in a minute. I will tell you what. Haven't done a live stream, haven't done any Vocaloid stuff. Just been kind of doing my own thing, which is arguably the same shit, but without Vocaloid. Sorry. Hello. Sorry, I have a lot of clothes in there. Some of them are actually my parents, weirdly enough. So, anyway, let me show you Gloria. Gloria is the name that I have given my handpan. If I can. Sorry, little girl. This is. And there was light. Yep, and there was light. This is Gloria. She is in the key of D minor. And now this is the ding. That's what they call it, the ding. I saw a VST about this. I saw a VST. Oh, like an instrument for this? Yeah, to be honest, these things, it's so much better to just have one, really. This thing has such a nice sound. I was thinking of using it for like actually making a song, but I haven't done my shit in a while, so I don't even know how to really properly use my microphone that I have. So anyway. So yes, let me see. The way that you play a handpan is what about the guitar? Oh, you're talking about the bass guitar? Oh yeah, that in the back. Actually, I haven't practiced that much either. I kind of learned how to play a couple songs on there, but I haven't played those in a while. So, um, I did learn at one point, and when I was younger, I was a lot better, but it hasn't been great since high school. Anyway. Also, the one thing that you will notice, guys, is that you are propped up on a drum. I'm sorry, my room is an absolute disaster. So, right now, I am home alone. So, I don't have to worry about the noise. My mother is out to pick up my father from the airport, so it's all good. Let me move a little bit more this way. God damn. I thought about doing my... Let's see, what? Huh? Sorry. Have you thought about doing lives on TikTok? A lot of people think I do not like TikTok, and I kind of have refused to associate myself with it. I made an account, made one video, and I was like, yeah, this is fucking stupid. And it wasn't even a video of me. It wasn't a video with me that you could see. It was just me, I think, an audio file I sent or something, whatever. Anyway, yes, so this djembe drum here is very nice. I got this about a year ago. It's got a very nice tone to it. And it's, I don't know, I like it. My cousin actually got something very similar, but it was, I think it was an Indian style. It was a bit bigger, and it's called something else, but I don't remember exactly what it's called. Anyway, next time I see her, I should go see if she wants to have a jam session. I'll bring this with, and I can bring this too. Though also, the awesome thing about this drum is that when you're practicing, you can practice anywhere. Like, you know, it's like you can practice anywhere. That's great. And you don't strike. I'm sorry, you don't really hit the drum, the handpan like you hit the drum. The drum you can be kind of harsh with it, right? But with the handpan, you know, you kind of have to be light with it. It's like you're dancing on the top of it. What does that say? How much did you spend on them? Now the drum actually was $89, something like that. I think something like that. I know I got it at a Guitar Center. That's where I got this. So it was probably $80 or maybe over $100. No, I don't think it was actually that much. I think it was probably like 60 or something. It was expensive, but I don't think it was that expensive. What does it say? Remember the Minecraft music? Absolutely, I remember the Minecraft music. That's one of the reasons why I got this instrument actually in the first place. But the main reason that I got this is because when my family and I were traveling through Vermont after my cousin's wedding, we stopped by this little music store, and it had this it had a handpan, you know, just like right there. It was steel gold, not gold, but it was, you know, steel that was painted gold, and it had such a nice deep resonant sound. I think it only had 8 notes on it, 8 or 9, but it was about $3,000 is what the owner told me, and it was just ooh. And once I saw that, I was like, you know what? I want one. So I literally pulled at Bobby Dukes and said, I want that. I accidentally gave my dog a little smack on the butt. I don't think she liked that. I'm sorry, little girl. I didn't mean to do that. It's amazing what I'm gonna do for your birthday. I'm sorry I can't read it from like right there. I have terrible eyesight. What am I gonna do for my birthday? I don't know. I'm getting $50, so I might I don't know. I'll think of something nice to get myself. Maybe. I don't know what else. I'm gonna go have brunch. I think actually with my parents. But besides that, no. Oh, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work tomorrow. So, just fine. I'm okay working. Really, I like the company I work for. So yeah. Yeah. Practiced using the slap that I was actually talking about earlier. I don't incorporate that into my playing much, and I feel like I should. Anyway, what are you saying? Work so sad. Oh yeah, that's still the word so sad. Yeah, personally, I'm okay. I'm okay working. I'm making money. And this is just a temporary thing, right? What I really want to do hasn't come up yet. It's I'm taking a test for it at the end of the year, and then let's see how it goes from there. Anyway, what else did you say, my friend? How did you learn to play it? It take a lot of time? Well, yeah, I did put in a lot of time. One thing that I've learned how to do very, what is it? One thing that I picked up and practiced a lot, especially within this last month, was the Swiss Army triplet. Now, if you are not familiar with the Swiss Army triplet, it is where you take your hands and it is both left and right at the same time, and then right. This is actually called a flam, but I don't really do a flam because I do it at the same time. So it's super pro. It is not pro even a fucking little bit, dude. I am such a novice. Yeah, like I said, I don't really incorporate the slap very well. And my patterns are weird. They're a little bit, the tempo is just, it's a little, it's not perfect. It sounds nice, but it's not perfect. If I were a pro, it would sound like even fucking better. You'd probably cry. Anyway, but because I've cried when listening to pros play this instrument, it's very nice. But yeah. Anyway. Also, how did I learn? It really is just playing around with the instrument, feeling, just feeling out the notes, and just kind of getting a sense of where your hands go when they hit the instrument, and you have little things that you can practice, like the Swiss Army triplet, or paradiddles. Paradiddles are also very nice. So that's paradiddle, 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 that kind of thing. What about the vocal synths? How was your experience using Synth V? My experience using Synth V was very good. I really liked Solaria's voice. It is very easy to manipulate and change to my whim and really get a good pronunciation. I like the fact that you can make her voice a little bit more breathy. It's not as breathy or not as breathy as the Vocaloid software, but I can still get a breathy sound on her, and I like that, especially when I was doing these long kind of vocal runs with her. I never really uploaded any of this, but I would do these long vocal runs, and I'd like to make her seem out of breath towards the end. I know this. I'm sorry. I should, but probably won't. I'm just, I don't have much inspiration to do anything with her right now, or any of the Vocaloid software, but who knows? I have all the software here still. It is literally everything. Every Vocaloid that I own is right here, So, if I ever have the inspiration to do it, right there. And I have my computer, which has V. I have my accounts, all that. So it's, yeah. So when I started Vocaloid, it was back in 2017, and well, it was a lot of fucking fun. I started with the Vocaloid 4 software. I don't know if you remember me using it at that time. I don't know. I can't remember when you came, my man, but it was, it was really fun to use. And I remember falling in love with the Vocaloid Gokpoid, and I actually, speaking of which, I have his V2 voice bank here. I actually didn't have it in my backpack, weirdly enough, so I was like, oh, God, I should get that back in there. So, anyway, yes, I got really good at using the software, and then I moved on to Vocaloid 5 when that came out. I got okay at that. Vocaloid 6 came out. I got okay at that. Synth V came out. I got pretty good at that. And then I just kind of stopped. It's been a weird, time, All of this started really because I misclicked on a video. And instead of the song Echo by this, I can't remember the artist's name, but instead of that song, I got Gumi's Echo from, is it Vocal, Cirque? Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. What the hell is the vocalist's name? Vocal Circus? Oh God. Anyway, yeah. So I heard their song and I was like, wow, I love this shit, And then I was like, hey, do they have this in Japanese? And lo and behold, they had it in Japanese, and I was like, damn. Damn. Echo by Crusher. Thank you, Crusher. It was by Crusher. It was by one of them, one of the big ones, you know. So Crusher P. Yes, I remember now. Thank you. Yeah, that was my introduction to Vocaloid, and that has been my history with Vocaloid thus far. I know you already know that I have one, but you know the tattoo on my arm. You know, that's noise. Oh, anyway. Whew. Yeah, 2016 was 7 years ago. 2016 was 7 years ago. 2018 was 5 years ago. Right? Yeah. Which is just like, what? What? Yeah, yeah. I'm turning 25, or maybe I am 25 now. Yeah, I'm 25 now. It's been 8 minutes since, you know, I turned. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. I'm still live streaming, and I really didn't think I would make it this far, really. Thank you. Anyway, yeah. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream for. I don't know what else I should talk about. I mean, I could talk about. Let's talk about. Let's see. What do you want to talk about? I don't know. How was your day? It was good. I went to work. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I went to work. What else did I do? I slept and I studied some Japanese. So anyway, you want to talk about Vocaloid more? Jesus Christ, I have nothing to fucking talk about. Sorry if I say something wrong. It's because I'm bad at English. Don't worry, dude. Your English has been totally fine. If I am speaking too fast, you can't catch things. I'm sorry. I'm a very hyper person. I have ADHD. So anyway, let's talk about Vocaloid a little bit more. Let me talk about the history of how I got all the Vocaloids that I own currently. So, Vocaloid 4. So let me show you. Let me tell you a little story about Vocaloid 4. From my experience, this was pre 2017. This was 2016 because this is something that I don't tell people a lot because it's fucking embarrassing. So let me tell you something. I bought the Vocaloid 4 software twice. 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 I don't want to flip you off. If that's, I know this could mean fuck you in another language, but so I bought the Vocaloid 4 software digitally the first time from the Yamaha website, right? And then I physically bought VY1, the female Vocaloid singer. She was used in the demo for the Vocaloid 4 launch. And this is so fucking embarrassing to say. So I tried to use her software without using the activation code because I was a dumbass and completely skipped over it. I was like, yeah, whatever. I just want to get to the fucking software, download it, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't see the fucking code that I was supposed to put in. So 2 weeks go by of me using her voice bank, and then all of a sudden her voice stops working, right? Because it has that 2 week trial, that 2 week grace period where you can um you can use demo her voice, the voice, and then if you don't like it, whatever, don't use it. But you have to activate the voice to actually officially use it. I never did that. And I thought that the software was broken. I thought that the Vocaloid software and the VY1, V4 software weren't compatible because one was digital and one was physical. So, like a fucking dumbass, like a fucking moron, I I refunded. I talked to the person at Yamaha and I refunded the software and I sent back VY1 V4. I sent back both products and I got a refund for both of them, thinking that they didn't work because I was a dumbass and I didn't fucking put in the code. So once I found out that's what I did wrong, I felt like such a moron. I felt like such a moron. So I went on Amazon and I bought the Vocaloid 4 software physically for $186, and then I bought VY1 V4 digitally on the Vocaloid website this time. So that's how I got the V4 software, and that was my official introduction to the software. It's really fucking stupid. I'm such a dumbass. Anyway, let me move on to the next Vocaloid. What is this view message? Yeah, that's fine. I can show that. So, another monitor just handled this. Let me see. Can I make you for that? Hey, Deco, would you want to be a moderator for the channel, since you've been here quite a while and I kind of trust your opinion on stuff and I want to make sure that your stuff is shown and okay. So would you like to be a moderator? It wouldn't be anything serious. It's not like some big thing. It's just, whenever I stream or do anything, you can just, if you show up, you can look out for any comments that look spammy. Ow. Let's see, I was thinking to buy a Vocaloid, but they were really expensive for me. Synthesizer V is a better option for me, and the voices are the voices, and I feel like they offer more. You know what, Deco? I actually agree with you on this. So back in 2017, when voice synthesizers were still not perfect, especially English voice synthesizers, I was like, okay, Vocaloid's good. It's expensive, but it's good. It is expensive, and I agree with you on that. But now with Synth V being so good, if you're going for a realistic vocal sound, then yes, I would absolutely say go for Synth V. If you want a more robotic, tone, then Vocaloid or Utao would be your best option. However, you know about Utao, I'm sure. I have Utao and I have some of the better voices, but they're so hard to use. I have no idea how to use them. I have no idea how to tune it, and I didn't spend too much time learning. So, anyway, what's the next Vocaloid? What is the next Vocaloid? And that's Scuffwood. I can talk about him a little bit later. He's not the one that I want afterwards. Oh, also, these are the Vocaloid uh, digital copies that I have. They're all the copies that I have from my on my computer and stuff. It is so it's a lot. I have like I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh God, I have so many pieces of paperwork. I'd say about 20, in here. So 20 different Vocaloids. That's including Vocaloids that have like 10 voice banks and stuff. I love Utah. It's hard to use sometimes, but it is what make it. But that is what makes it fun. I think fun like fun to use and stuff. Yeah, fun. Funny is more like haha. Like funny like laughing. But yes, Utaru can be fun if you know how to use it and have the patience for it. Like it. Let me see. Hey, Luca V2. So, Luca V2. I have her voice bank. This is both the English and Japanese. Her English voice bank is not great, but it can be tuned and tweaked enough to have it somewhat understandable. Be understandable. You bought the entire store. Goddamn right I did. Like it's a little oof. Yeah. So Luca V2 and I really like her Japanese voice. I did a cover. I never released it again of Nbisaka. Because I think that's one of my favorite songs from her original Vocaloid, voice bank. It's so good. It's so good. So, and it's a long song too, so you can enjoy it, longer. I love the Chronicles of Evil series with like Kaito, Luca. It's so well made, so nice. Who else? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? You guys are okay. You might freak out a little bit on this one, but Stardust. I have Stardust because at one point I was taking Chinese and I wanted to start writing a few like little songs and stuff. Yes, I do have the Vocaloid 2 software. Actually, the thing about Vocaloid 2 software is it comes when you bought a Vocaloid, it came with the software already. So you had to install both the software and the voice, right? But yeah. Stardust is someone that a Vocaloid that I bought from a third party seller. I think it's still in here. Yeah, yeah. So there's this cute little note that this person who I bought this from wrote for me, and it just says, "Thank you for adopting me. Thank you for adopting me." It's so cute. It's like wow, that's so sweet, and there's a little heart on there too. I've really liked her voice. Like I think it's robotic and a little bit tangy, but it flows really nicely, and she has a lot of expression in her voice. So I like it. I've always liked it. Are you okay, little girl? Okay, little girl. Anyway. This is actually not really a Vocaloid, but I bought it in Japan, so this is Hime and Mikoto. This is the talking software, actually. I bought this in Japan while I was in Fukuoka. We went to a mall, and her voice is provider has a pretty voice. Oh, I should look her up. But yeah, no, Mikoto and I also really like using the software. It's not perfect. It's kind of weird getting the emotion that I want. Using the software. And here's the thing: when you're using this software, you have to be in Japanese time or something. You have to put your setting to Japan, or else you won't be able to physically install the software. So it's really interesting. Talking, yeah, this is the talking software. It is text and reading, and yeah, what is it? Gainoido talk. That's the name of the company. Let me put that up there. Yeah. So very cool, right? All right. Yeah, I like their voices. Mikoto is I like her cool voice. Oh, I like Mikoto's cool voice, and Hime is cute. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about my favorite Vocaloid, Octoid V4. Again, with the tattoo. It's kind of hard to fucking do anything, but yeah, there's Gokvoid. Gokvoid V4. This was the second voice that I bought uh, after VY1 V4. Uh, as was. So you went to Japan as was? Yes, I went to Japan and came back. Uh, and yeah, I saw it on the shelf and I was like, I really want that. So I went and I bought it and then I took it home with me. Anyway, Gokvoid V4. He I really liked his voice. After I listened to the song "In Your Dark," which I actually did a cover of and have on my channel, um, I fell in love with his voice, and I was like, I really want to try using it. So I thought he only had one voice at the time. I thought this was all the voices in one. Finding out later that it was three different voices, like his native and whisper, right? So those I have digital copies of actually. Um, Samurai, yes, this name, Saiba Samurai. Um, I love this too because I mean purple is my favorite color, and I love the fact that he has this like feminine like design about him, his this aura. Yet his voice is masculine. It's like deep, it's kind of rough, and you're like, damn, okay, I see you, Gokboy, I see you, and I didn't know this at the time. I loved this Vocaloid for three years before I even found out that the illustrator was Kentaro Miura himself, the man who made Berserk. So it was like, whoa, like, holy shit. But before that, I even found out that the voice provider is Gokt, and I love Gokt. Gokt's voice is so nice, but it doesn't really sound a lot like Gokboy. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that his voice is a little bit different? It's like it doesn't have the same tonality, and most people don't really know how to do Gokt's vocal technique. But to be fair, it doesn't really work with his this software. Weirdly enough, so um, yeah, but it doesn't sound quite the same. Do you think it would have an AI version for Vocaloid 6 like Umi? Do you think it You know, no, because I remember watching a video of Gokt doing an interview and he said he was never going to do Vocaloid stuff again. So this is this is it. Gokvoid V4. That's the latest and only the last entry of Gokvoid. And unless he changes his mind, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I wish it would. I wish it would, but it probably won't. So that was sad to know that he wouldn't do anymore. But anyway, Teto, me with Teto. Oh man, Teto is such a good Utao. Okay, this might irritate you a little bit. I'm sorry, this might irritate you a little bit that the box doesn't look great, but here's Luca V4. She is she her box is a little beaten up. I kind of there was some not a lot of space. Yeah, in my old backpack actually, which is stuck somewhere around here still. But yeah, I got a little bit beat up. Anyway, Luca V4. I like her voice, and I think it works better on the Vocaloid 5 software. Weirdly enough, her Vocaloid 4 voice bank sounds better on the Vocaloid 5 software. Same with Gokboid's whisper voice, I found out. Um, it sounds more there's more flow to it. In Vocaloid 4, there's a little bit of this choppiness. There's like this slight pause where, and it just doesn't sound quite right. It doesn't flow right. But in the Vocaloid 5 software, they fixed it somehow. So, and that's how I was able to make my cover of In Your Dark. Weirdly enough, there's actually a cover of In Your Dark by Luca V4 that on YouTube. I don't know if it's still there, but I think you should check that out. I think it was really cool that the person did a cover of that. Anyway, I don't know why it's not like I've been giving the Vocaloids ratings anyway, but I'd give Luca a 6.7 out of 10. I love her so much. The box design. The box design is really cool. Also, is it me or does Calliope Mori, the VTuber, does she remind you of Luca a little bit? The pink hair, some other things, some other things. Jeez, so fucking weird. Okay, who's next on this list? Yes, of course. Ooh, this is gonna probably annoy you more. I'm sorry, Kaito. This is Kaito V3. Kaito V3 I got as a Christmas present back in 2019, I believe. 2019 or 2018. But, yeah. I really like his voice. I love his, not his whisper voice, but his, calm voice. His straight voice is a little hard to deal with sometimes. Don't worry, I misspell things all the time. But, yeah, his soft voice. I think it's his soft voice. Yes, it's very nice. I still haven't properly made a cover of Judgment of Corruption because that was the song that made me fall in love with Kaito. Judgment of Corruption or Akuto Kuno Judgmento. But I might do it one day. I may. Anyway, now on to the twins, of course. I got these guys, I think, more recently than the others. I haven't really played around with their software enough to really get a full grasp of what they're capable of. But I really like the design. I think Rin is very cute. I like Len's cool, like sleek design with his shirt. Yeah, I like these Vocaloids. I'd give them a 8.9 out of 10. Even though I haven't used them much. Alright, who's next? Oh yes, of course. The twins. Why do I feel like I've done this already? But this is the V2 version of the twins. Unfortunately it's the second act, not the first act. I wanted to get the first act, but unfortunately I just couldn't. Weirdly enough, you know how I said, oh, the software is kind of choppy in the whatever version? That's because I wanted a realistic tone. But with these kinds of Vocaloids, you really can't get too much of a realistic tone. So it's nicer to lean into the choppier, more robotic sound, I think. And I really wanted to get the first version of these two. Act 2, thank you. It's Act 2. Yes, it's Act 2, not Act 1. I wanted to get Act 1, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So, anyway, yes, these two are very nice. I have played around with these guys a little bit more. I've used them in some other vocal runs that I've done. And this thing called, what was it? It was Echo Chamber or something I made. It was like this little video, but I say a little less if it wasn't 3 minutes long. And of course we have next Luca V2. This one I got her about 2 years ago, and did I already talk about Luca V2? Have I already talked about Luca V2? I feel like I have. Maybe I should put the ones that I've already talked about to the side. Well, let me know if I have, because if not, I'll just, Alright, I'll put these guys to the side. I don't know, but for me, Vocaloid 2 sounds a little more expressive to me than later versions. I actually agree with you on that. I think you are right. I think, and there's another reason for that. It is I think also due to one parameter that I think should have been kept the same for all versions of the Vocaloid software. It was the opening parameter. The opening parameter on the Vocaloid 2 software, and I do believe Vocaloid 1 software as well, had just a fluid line that you could make. So you could go, oh, with a vowel. You could make it like you could stretch it. You could make it do what you wanted to. And not only that, the pitch was like I think it was because there wasn't a way to see um what the pitch was because there were more imperfections in the vocals, and because of that it almost sounded better, right? The pitch wasn't always great, but it sounded good because of those imperfections. It translated well into the software and then into the audio. But yeah, I think they kind of nerfed that a little bit once they took away that parameter, and you know some of the vocaloids did sound a little bit more flat. For some reason, Miku V3 always sounded more masculine. Weirdly enough. Ah, my legs are getting sore. See, I've talked about these two. I've talked about him. I've talked about him. I've talked about her. But I have not talked about. Oh God! Actually, can I show him? Can I even show him on? I don't think I can. I don't think I. No, hold on. Hold on. Okay. I think as long as I do it like this, there's nothing to. Yeah. Kaito V1. I have his software, and I really, really like it. I like his V1 voice bank a lot. It took a while to find this. I actually had someone, I think, tweet at me or something. They sent me a message, um, and they were like, "Hey, there's a version of Kaito V1 for sale. I remember you saying that you were really interested in getting Kaito V1. Go for it." And lo and behold, here he was. So, Kaito is the best Kaito. Yes, he is. Yes, he absolutely is. Anyway, I'm gonna put him away because he has stickers on the outside of his case where it has the code for his import and all that stuff, and I can't I can't expose that online, or else bye bye that Vocaloid. Anyway, yeah. So there's all the, I think, physical copies of my Vocaloids. Let me look and see if there's anything else, just to make sure. Oh no, there's one more. I'm sorry. Save one of the best physical for last. Gokvoid V2. Gokvoid V2. Love this Vocaloid a lot. I searched for him as well. Like both Kaito V1 and Gokvoid V2, I searched like long and hard for. How did I finally get Gokvoid? I had to use a proxy to get Gokvoid V2. There was one version left on Amazon Japan, but it couldn't be sold to the United States. So I used like Zen something. It was a proxy website, and I put the link in. I was able to get it to the warehouse, and from there it came to my house. It took like 9 months, I think, in total, but it was fucking worth it. Like, this voice bank is so good. It is so deep and rich, and it is imperfect, and it sounds gravelly, and it is so nice to listen to. And I love the design, and it is just, it is so good. I love this Vocaloid. So, 10 out of 10. Won't give away ever. So, those are all the physical copies of my Vocaloids. So, yeah. I also have Megapoid V4. Who else do I have? Uh, Sachiko V4, because that's the only version. I am more interested in Gakpo. I have never paid so much attention to it. I am more interested in Gakpo. Yeah, no, Gakpo is just, he's great. He is such a good fucking Vocaloid. Anyway, I have a lot of physical, digital copies of Vocaloids. I think in total I have about like 30, 35 or so, or something like that. And that's just digital, I think. I think. Anyway, so yeah, but Gokboid V2. What do you think about NT? Oh, is that the new software? The new for Hatsune Miku and the others? I haven't paid much attention to it. I heard some songs and I was like, you know what? For what Vocaloid originally was, I think it's personally a step in the right direction because once again, it's bringing out the more imperfections in the voice. But I think that's something that people kind of fell in love with in the first place. And if people could learn to use that software more and kind of create almost like a renaissance of that era of Vocaloid, then I'd love to see it. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. But yes, the late Kentaro Miura was the illustrator of Gakvoid V2, and when he made this design for Vocaloid, he did it for free. He was like, that's okay. I don't need to, you don't need to pay me for this. I love, the feudal Japan kind of style. Love, all this stuff. So he was like, yeah, of course, because Gakt is it's a samurai. His promotion for it was like as a samurai. So when Kentaro saw that, he was like, I love that. Let me do that. And fun fact, the author of Black Butler almost had the design of Gokpoid win because he entered the competition, a competition for it. And when Kentaro Miura won, he was just like, oh yeah, okay. But yeah, the author of Black Butler almost made the design of Gokpoid, and weirdly enough, it kind of looked a little bit like Pico, like an older version, more adult version of Pico. Are you tired? No, I'm a freaking night owl, so I'm fine. I've been going for 53 minutes. Wow, that's crazy. Has it really been 53 minutes, or has it just been since the last error occurred? Actually, now that you say it, I am a little tired, but I might, I'm in the middle of talking about Vocaloid, so I got a lot of energy about that. Oh yes, I think I have heard of that. Yeah, isn't that something, right? Um, so yeah, I know a lot about the Vocaloid software. I have a lot of stuff with the Vocaloid software. Even though I don't use it, I have a very high respect and love for the software and the medium, what it brought to the West and all that stuff. So yeah, I love it. I think it's wonderful, really. Anyway, I think I am actually going to go to bed for tonight. Um, it was awesome being live. Honestly, I don't know why I haven't done this sooner, and I probably won't do it again for a while, maybe. I don't know. But if I don't see you soon, it was great catching up with you. And I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, Deco. So I will catch you on the flip side. Peace. Thank you again. Thank you for saying happy birthday. I already forgot. Jeez. All right. Good night.